Well, good evening, everyone. Wonderful project.
Thank you.
Great project. I just would like to thank Jen Forward for the work that you're doing in the community and your initiative here. It's very innovative and creative, and so thank you. I'm Rita Stanley. I'm the president and CEO of Big Brothers Big Sisters. I've been with the organization for 21 years, and the past 8 as the executive director. We are celebrating 70 years in 2014, and so we'll have a big celebration later this year after we finish Bowl for Kids' Sake. So behind Bowl for Kids' Sake are about 1,000 children in our program, 390 youth waiting on a big brother and big sister, and the others matched in one-to-one mentoring relationships. And we have an additional 200 youth that we match every year into our program. I believe you have handouts for Big Brothers Big Sisters. You have on the cover a newsletter. I believe it was our May and June newsletter, but I just had her run the covers. I was trying to save the paper there. And the headline is Big Brothers Big Sisters graduates 10 littles and 15 high school bigs. We have high school bigs that participate in our program. And one of the things that we did probably about 5 years ago was to put the children that are enrolled in our program in classes. So we had class of 2011, 2012, 2013, 2014, and 2015. And we'll continue to look at the youth in the program and provide additional activities so that those youth can begin to think about their futures. Of course, all of our youth are thinking about their futures. They're matched one-to-one in a mentoring relationship. And so we're really, really proud to graduate these numbers of kids every year through our program. So the program that we selected was the College Positive Mentoring Program. And that, you can see our mission and our vision, strong and enduring match relationships that are professionally supported. And over the last 3 years, everything seems like a big day to me, but the national office began to look at the length of the match and how important that was to the success that we were trying to, the impact that we were trying to achieve. And so we added the strong and enduring relationships with the intent of at least having the child matched in our program for 18 months. And our vision is that all children achieve success. And in this community, we have a lot of children that have fallen through the cracks. And so we've focused on the most vulnerable youth, focused on youth who have a parent incarcerated. And now we're beginning to focus a little more on youth who have been involved in the juvenile justice system. And we'll be announcing a big grant from the Department of Labor within the next month. But I want to say that our mentors provide consistent encouragement for the young people. They introduce new skills and interests, and they encourage kids to succeed personally, academically, and professionally. And so the other thing that I just want to add is that this isn't something that we want for our children. The children want mentors, and they will ask us, have you found me a mentor yet? So I just want to add that there's that buy-in that's so important as with your program. And so that was exciting to me to hear that. When we talk about college, what we're talking about is the 4-year institutions and more. We're talking about the 2-year colleges, the junior colleges, like Mott. We're talking vocational, technical, and business schools. This year we had a young man that graduated and was accepted to Portland, Oregon school, Le Cordon Bleu, because he was interested in culinary arts. And one of the, oh, really? Okay, so there's a toolkit that was created by Mentor Michigan and the Michigan Campus Compact to develop, and they developed a college positive mentoring toolkit. And so what the toolkit does, and there's some samples in the back of the handouts. There's three handouts, and it just shows you, one of the handouts is Michigan Community College Matchup. And so it shows you all the colleges in Michigan. So that's like a handout that the mentor and the mentee would work on together. And there's other handouts. And then there's a handout that talks about the relationship between education and salary. And it's a full curriculum. It's for elementary, middle, and high school students. So we began to integrate that into our school-based program, but what we were hoping to do is to integrate it into our community-based program. And so to identify 40 youth who would be first-time youth that would enter college or higher education, some form of higher education. And of course, youth who, okay. So in closing, I just want to add that we measure our outcomes. We have a youth outcomes survey. And that survey, part of that survey is strictly with plans for the future. And so there'd be a pre and post test that you would take, and we do the comparative. And the other would be the number of activities that the young people would participate in, field trips to the local colleges, sporting events at colleges, or other events, to expose you to the college scene. And so in closing, I just want to thank you for allowing me to come before you. This is really exciting, and if you're interested in being a mentor, I'll just throw this in. We're always in need of positive individuals in our community that would spend time with their children. So thank you.
So I just have a question, because in the feature presentation, it was very clear that the money was going to purchase units. What would you be using the funds for?
Okay, part of the funds would be to have curriculums for all of our mentors, as well as the field trips. They're also.
So if you're a big brother to a little, you have an allowance or something that you can use?
No, they don't have an allowance.
Okay.
No, there's a college positive mentoring curriculum that we would have published for each of the 40 mentors.
Okay.
So that would be one cost. The other cost would be for the activities, for like the field trips. And we're hoping to take them to the local colleges, of course, because actually that's...
Big Brothers Big Sisters as an organization, not the mentor.
Both. It would be a field trip for the bigs and the littles. Okay. Yes. So field trips to the colleges, activities. If there's an activity at a local college, a play, or just different things. So it's mainly for activities for the big and the little. And the big would pay for their own, but the money would be used directly for the children. Yes.
Has there been, would this be a pilot program, or is there another example of this someplace?
Well, we have integrated it into our school-based mentoring pieces of it. We have a school-based mentoring program in like a number of schools within Genesee County, and so they've integrated it into that program. But this would be larger than that, because those are mostly activities during every week or every other week, however.
I guess my question was specific to the college positive mentoring experience,
right.
Not necessarily in this community, but in another community,
Oh,
just
right,
anywhere in the nation.
actually, it was some mentoring programs, not just Big Brothers Big Sisters, are using this
Okay.
within the state. It was developed by the Michigan Campus Compact and Mentor Michigan. Yes.
What is the age range of the littles then?
Well, our littles range from 6 to 18.
That would be in this
But-
program?
But this program,
Oh.
we're going to target middle and high school, early high school.
No, okay, thanks.
Will the students come from all over the county or just from one school?
They come from all over the county. Most of our young people are from areas of poverty. And so we have a number of youth in Flint, Clio, Burton, Grants, some in Grand Blanc, but, and Davison, surprisingly, when we did our United Way report, we found a number of young people in those areas as well. Shannon?
Okay, so since middle and high school are your targets, and I'm asking this not in a threatening manner, but hypothetically, I mean, these are students who have identified poor school performance, who potentially would be first-generation college students and are at low-performing schools, and you're gonna find bigs to match up with these sort of difficult preteen teenagers. This is right, 40 of them, right?
Right.
That's the goal.
But the youth are already, there will be some already matched
Okay,
that will identify, within the criteria.
okay,
And then we enroll youth in our program weekly. And so if someone were to come within the time frame, of course, of the project, then they could be added to. So we already have youth that are matched with a big that would qualify for the program.
And so the mentors, are they, they're amenable to, it's obviously an extra kind of thing for them to do. So this is a discussion you have with them to say, this is something you'd be willing to do. And then you mentioned that they would have to pay out-of-pocket expenses on their own. Is that something they realize?
Well, I mean, we would make sure that the cost is reasonable. Like, we would get a bus, so they could ride on the bus, and that would not be a cost to the mentor. So it would just be, if there were tickets to a particular event. One of in the curriculum, it talks about having the young people experience college life. And so if they could go to a football game or a basketball game or a play by a local college or college within the state. So we won't take them outside of the state, but we would look at activities at the various colleges in Michigan.
Does the curriculum itself cost money, or is it just the publication of the
It
curriculum?
would be the public. We have one copy,
Okay.
that we make copies
Gotcha.
of, but just to have it to be able to hand off
Okay.
to the mentor.
Okay.
We have no more time for questions. Thank you, Rita.
Thank you.